Well, we're joined now by political journalist at Lebanese newspaper L'Orient Le Jour, Stephanie Khoury. Stephanie, thanks so much for your time and joining us here on France 24. Renewed strikes again this morning. It looks like strikes going further into Lebanon, rocket fire going further into Israel. Talk even of a ground incursion becoming more likely. How do you see it?
Yeah, today we woke up, as you recalled, with the new waves of bombing and intensive bombing in South Lebanon. The escalation is continuing, as we've been seeing for the last couple of days, even the last week. It's true the Israeli officials have mentioned their readiness for a ground invasion. They've been talking of a ground invasion for a couple of months now. They might be preparing for a ground invasion. However, what we're seeing is Israel trying to put pressure as much as possible on Hezbollah in order for Hezbollah to dissociate the southern front, what it calls the support front, with what is happening in Gaza. So what we're seeing right now is maximum pressure from Israel with support with the United States in order to make Hezbollah step back and stop its ongoing bombing into Israeli territory.
Hezbollah, though, for its part, sounding very defiant, and would it have, do you think, support from its allies in the region if ever, things escalated even further?
I mean, Hezbollah is an Iranian entity. It was born, financed, supported on all levels by Iran. So, of course, we can not suppose, we know that it will benefit from Iranian support all along the way. The policy of open borders also between Syria and Lebanon in Iran can guarantee incoming influx of money and even arms, munitions, if need be.
Okay.
Now, what we're seeing also is an Iraqi response to Israeli violations in Gaza, with the Iron Dome system defense intercepting missiles coming from Iraq, which is also a way from Iran to express its not solidarity, but express its intention to not stay idle in face of what's happening in Gaza.
Indeed, it sounds like it could really broaden to a very wider, much broader regional conflict. And looking back, it seems like this is as bad as things have gotten, if you will, since the last war when Israel went in 2006.
Yes, for the first time since 2006, Hezbollah has been using long-range missiles when it hit Haifa on Friday morning. On Friday morning, yes. So, and Israel, on its part, is also going further and further into the Lebanese territory. So, on both parts, we are crossing lines since October 7. We are getting closer and closer to what we call a full-end war. However, what Israel officials have been warning for the past years is that in case of a new war with Lebanon, it wouldn't be just Hezbollah targeted, it would be the entirety of the Lebanese territory. So far, we haven't seen that. We haven't seen the entirety of the Lebanese territory being targeted. That's for the Israeli part. And for the Hezbollah part, they've been using but a small part of the actual military capacities. They've been using Katyushka rockets. They've been using, for the first time, rockets that can reach 200 kilometers into Israeli territory, but there's still a lot of material, a lot of military arsenal they haven't been using so far. So it is a clear escalation. We are crossing lines. We are crossing lines by the day, by the months, but there's still a lot of cards that haven't been played on all parts.
And Stephanie, has there been reaction to these threats from Israel in Lebanon outside of Hezbollah?
Yes, I mean, the Lebanese political class is doing what it always does, which is expressing its concern for the situation, which is organizing minimum logistical support for the region and the people that are being targeted by the bombings. But other than this, really, and also activating some basic diplomatic channels in order to try and calm down the situation. But other than this, really, the Lebanese political class has been helpless in front of Hezbollah, which is today a militia and a party controlling the state, and is completely helpless in face of this organization.
Stephanie Khoury, political journalist at Lebanese newspaper L'Orient Le Jour, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.